Juicy Bartlett or Bosch Pierce, only 99 cents each. Save $1.10 on a value pack of fresh Purdue chicken leg quarters, $1.79 per pound. Tama spaghetti, $1.69 for a 500-gram package. $3.49 for a 64-ounce bottle of ShopRite apple juice. Save half price on selected varieties of Lay's stacked chips, only $1.21 for a 5.75-ounce tin. Visit our website at www.marketplace.bm for more super specials.
You can count on us.
Live from Bermuda Broadcasting, this is ZBM TV9 News.
Good evening, everyone. It's Tuesday, October the 10th, 2017. I'm Diane Brewer, and thank you for joining us tonight. Shadow MP Trevor Monez moving to clear the air over his intentions behind using the word boy directed at government MP Diallo Rebane, which has been described as a racial insult by anti-racism group CURB. Mr. Monez clarifying that his comment in the House of Assembly was not racist. The comment, he says, came after an insult first thrown at the opposition about the OBA's election loss, to which Mr. Monez says he implied Mr. Rebane was acting like a schoolboy.
In particular, one, because he sits directly across from me, was from Diallo Rebane, who said, "That's why you're sitting over there," or something, words to that effect, meaning that's why you lost the election and that's why you're in the opposition. So my reaction to that, you have to put in the context that he's obviously both a much younger man than I am. I'm 63, and he's also had very few years of service, perhaps 2 or 3 years in the House of Assembly. I've been there for 24 years. So my remark was looking across at him and saying he looks very pleased with himself. He's sitting in the front row. He thinks he's such a wonderful boy. And that was in a schoolboy context. You know, when you're sitting on the front row on the government side, it means you're a minister, and he holds a large portfolio. And he just looked so pleased with himself that that's what sprung to my mind was the schoolboy analogy of the kid at school who sits in the front row, which I meant absolutely nothing beyond that.
Given the historical racial undertones of that term, would you say your comment may have been regrettable?
For me, I've lived for 63 years. I have never heard that word used in Bermuda in a racial tone. You know, I call everybody boy or girl, particularly people who are younger than me, and there's no racial pejorative in it whatsoever. Now, if you had lived in the South or the Deep South, if you had lived in Georgia or Alabama, or, you know, you might have a particular sensitivity to it. I studied in the UK. It's not a term that's pejorative in a racial sense there or here, to my knowledge.
Overall, Mr. Monez believes the position that CURB has taken is mischievous. The situation, he says, highlights the need for government MPs to set the standard of conduct for both sides.
Obviously, I intended to return the insult that was given to me. I wasn't intending on making a racial remark, and to the extent that it was mistakenly taken in that way, I would certainly unreservedly apologize. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but wasn't the intention. That's not how I was using it, and I don't want anyone to be mistaken about that. And, you know, I thought that CURB's press release was mischievous to the degree that they equated Bermuda to the Deep South of the United States. It's certainly very, very different culture. I think everybody has to be more sensitive, but people on the government side, the PLP, have to stop lowering the tone. They're still acting as if they're in the opposition. They're now the government, and when you're in the government, you tone things down. When you're in the opposition, your whole job is to criticize the government and to provoke them. That's my job, is to test them and provoke them. That's what you do in the Westminster system when you're in the opposition, and you're permitted leeway to do that. When you're in the government, you have to show that you're statesmanlike and responsible. If I hadn't been getting all these jabs and insults, I wouldn't have reacted, would I?
Meanwhile, past president of CURB, Cordell Riley, contends that the controversy has roots in a lack of education about the plight of black people, regardless of nationality.
Part of what racism is the ignoring of how black people feel. Words such as boy and the N-word and all those other kinds of words are used to belittle and emasculate, particularly males. That is a confirmed history of use of that word and how damaging it is. So to use those types of words in 2017 and not be cognizant of the implications of them. One either is ignorant or one is purposely doing it. We understand the coding. You can't go back at the end of the day and say, oh, well, it's been taken out of context. For blacks, there is only one context when an elderly white male refers to an elderly black male as a boy. Racism is relevant wherever you find it. Yes, it does come out of the history of the United States, but our history is very much tied to United States history. So one will be very much aware of the implications of the use of that word. The N-word comes out of the United States history, but is it okay then for blacks to be called that word? No, I don't think so. So I think if you want to heal, if your intent is to heal and your intent is to move forward, then you have to recognize the sensibilities around certain words.
In other news, government has formed a new bipartisan committee to look at immigration reform. The announcement is in line with the PLP's pre-election pledge following the former government's attempt to implement the controversial Pathways to Status scheme. Here's Tarai Trott with our story.
The committee is made up of 5 people: Home Affairs Minister Walton Brown Jr., who will sit as chairman, the PLP MP Renee Ming, PLP MP Chris Famous, OBA MP Ben Smith, and MP Leah Scott of the OBA. The new bipartisan committee will engage the public in a consultative process starting next month, covering various aspects of immigration reform. We should point out that this new bipartisan committee differs from the already existing Immigration Reform Working Group chaired by William Medeiros, whose mandate is different and is meant to come up with principles that will guide legislative reform in the areas of status, PRCs, and mixed status families. Minister Brown quoted that what the working group is doing remains very important, and the working group is set to present its principles on October the 31st. Immigration was thrust into the national spotlight in early 2016 when then Home Affairs Minister Michael Fay announced his government would amend the law to allow for long-term residents to become permanent residents and eventually holders of Bermudian status. The move sparked days of unrest and mass demonstrations outside of Parliament, with the government led by then Premier Michael Dunkley forced to later withdraw the plans following an earthquake and public opposition. Opponents at the time accused the OBA government of a lack of consultation.
The OBA government, under the premiership of Michael Dunkley and the Minister for Home Affairs, Michael Fay, are doing with this policy. This proposed policy represents an absolutely dramatic shift in immigration policy, the likes of which we have not seen since 1956.
Mr. Brown stating today that the question of immigration reform has been a challenging one, with many distinct groups affected by it. He promises that government intends to create a truly inclusive and collaborative approach for immigration.
Stay with us. More news in tonight's AccuWeather forecast after the break.
You can count on us.
Save $2 on fresh certified Angus beef top round steak, $6.99 per pound. On the vine tomatoes, just $2.69 per pound. Only $1.09 for a 12-ounce tin of ShopRite evaporated milk. Save $1.20 on Charmin Ultra Soft toilet tissue, $4.99 for a package of 4 rolls. Save $2.60 on selected varieties of Tide laundry detergent, $11.99 for a 46-ounce bottle. All Marketplace stores open 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and Sunday 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
You can count on us.
When you shop online, the cheapest, quickest, and easiest way to bring your packages into Bermuda is with U.S. Express at mailboxes.
Love the staff, very efficient, very friendly. They know my name, which is very nice.
It is cheaper than most, so I'm very happy. They're very courteous, very nice people, been coming here for years.
Comes on time, it's a good price. What can I say? It's just a very, very good service.
Sign up for a U.S. Express account at www.mailboxesunlimited.com today.
Welcome to Furniture Walk. At Furniture Walk, we have one of the island's widest selections of top brand home furnishings, including Stearns & Foster, Craftmaster, Natuzzi, Universal, Bassett, and many more. Whether you're freshening up your living room or remodeling your entire home, we have all the brands and top quality furnishings you'll need. We also offer in-house financing. Can't find what you're looking for in store? No problem. We can special order it for you. Our website has an even larger selection of the world's best furniture. Stop by our Paget store and we'll be happy to help you get on your way to finding the perfect selection for your home or office. Furniture Walk, furnishing Bermuda's homes for over 30 years.
Welcome back. Well, take note, the Department of Consumer Affairs tonight advising that a new U.S. federal mandatory safety standard aimed at helping to keep infants and toddlers from drowning while infant bathtubs went into effect on October the 2nd. This means that it's now illegal to sell infant bathtubs in the United States that were manufactured on or after that date if they do not meet the new federal safety standard, which includes larger warning labels, latching and locking mechanism requirements, static load testing, drowning and fall warnings, markings, and instructions. The proposed rule establishes a safety standard for infant bathtubs under the law. Between 2004 and 2015, there were 31 infant deaths associated with the infant bathtubs reported to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission. 30 of the 31 deaths involved drowning when a caregiver was not present. Additionally, Commission staff estimates that 2,300 infant bathtub-related injuries were treated in U.S. hospital rooms during this same time period. In other news, community leader and advocate for young people, DJ Youngles, is putting the fun in fundraising to assist SCARS. Bermuda's finest DJ talent will present old school and new school sounds as the Hamilton Princess and Beach Club is transformed into Big People Party headquarters.
This weekend, actually on Saturday night at Hamilton Princess, Global Arts Entertainment and myself, we've gotten together and we've done this in the past. Last year we did it for Tuesday, and this year we decided to step things up a bit. And this year we're going to be donating part proceeds to the Hurricane Relief Fund and also locally to SCARS Bermuda.
Mm-hmm. So this is Saturday night?
Yeah, this is this Saturday night at Hamilton Princess. We're going to make it more of an upscale, not gala, but a more upscale event where we're going to party with a purpose this time. Everyone likes to come out and have a good time, but we figured we'd really try to help out our local community and some of our brothers and sisters that are down in the Caribbean islands, help them out as well with funds. So that's what most people are looking for right now, funds, because we have the infrastructure already for people to do the work, but funding ends up being one of the main crises that they face.
Mm-hmm. So I'm sure John and Debbie over there, they'll be happy to hear that there's some funds coming.
Well, I hope so, and what we need are the people's support to come out and help to fund this event. The reach has been great. We've done a lot of social media work, and the response has been fantastic for this event. Absolutely fantastic. Lots of hits on websites and blasts that have gone out. But what we really need at this point is for people to turn those clicks into tickets. Mm-hmm. And the sales have been going very well so far. But what we really want is for everyone to come out, enjoy, have a good time at the same time as raising funds for a very worthy charity.
Tickets are $40 in advance and $50 at the door, so don't wait. In other news, an investment in solar electricity will help tenants at Bermuda's premier shopping mall and office complex save money. As part of a major upgrade of Washington Mall, owners Washington Properties are installing bifacial solar panels on the roof of one of their buildings. Paul Slaughter, director and general manager of Washington Properties Bermuda Limited, said the project was about cost as well as environmental issues. He said the roof was cleared recently as part of our renovations, and we're using that space to install 120 high-quality Solar World Bi-Sun bifacial panels that are incredibly robust and guaranteed to produce energy for the next 30 years. They expect to make savings of about $17,000 a year on energy costs once the system is up and running. These savings will be passed along to tenants. Washington Properties is investing more than $8 million in a major upgrade of Washington Mall, which will include a new shop front as well as behind-the-scenes improvements in the infrastructure. Mr. Slaughter added, quote, "Bringing overheads down is important to any business, but we also wanted to demonstrate a commitment to the environment by deciding to install solar panels." Now turning to weather news, mostly sunny conditions for the next few days. Here's the latest from AccuWeather headquarters.
AccuWeather is presented by BF&M Insurance Group. We now go to AccuWeather headquarters.
Good evening. Hopefully everybody had a fantastic day out there today. This forecast is brought to you by the BF&M Insurance Group, and things are looking pretty good. Taking a look right now around Bermuda, not much is going on. We do have some activity to the south of us, but right around the island, it's pretty quiet. It's going to stay this way through much of Friday, really, the next couple of days. You can expect lots of sunshine, and it's going to remain pretty calm around here. Temperatures right now, 78 degrees, humidity 68%, winds out of the southeast from 8 to 12 knots. The water is still nice and warm. Inside the reef, 1 to 2 feet, and outside calming down a little bit, 2 to 5 feet for our wave heights. For tonight, partly cloudy. It's going to be pretty warm, a little bit above average, 76 degrees for our lows. Tomorrow, partly sunny, just beautiful, 80 degrees for the high, so go ahead outside and enjoy it. Our tide times, the first high tide was at 12:46 p.m. today, and the second one is at 1:10 in the morning tonight, overnight into Wednesday. If you are traveling, we do have gateway forecasts for you. It's going to be a bit wet if you're heading to Toronto and New York. Showers are expected. 74 degrees in New York. Boston staying dry. Atlanta 87 with showers. Miami some showers, and in London cooler. 64 degrees there with some showers. In Jamaica, hot and humid. 88 degrees. Maybe some thunder and lightning storms in those evening hours. Trinidad 92, and other than that, it's pretty quiet here. For the next couple of days, as I said, it's going to be sunny and nice, but then Saturday, really Friday night late into Saturday, a front is going to be pushing through, and with that, we are going to see some frequent showers. Nothing major. We're not talking flooding or downpours or steady rain or anything like that, but a couple of showers off and on with more cloud coverage as well. By Sunday, it's going to be mainly dry, but we could see some brief showers in places. Temperatures staying at 80 degrees. Stay tuned to Ocean 89, Power 95, and Inspire 105 for all your latest news and weather.
AccuWeather was presented by BF&M Insurance Group.
Imagine a kind of comfort that's unique to you. Serta did. The Serta iComfort Hybrid Sleep System. The first hybrid mattress that combines advanced coils with our triple action gel memory foam. For comfort that cradles, supports, and cools you. It's comfort reimagined. The iComfort Hybrid Sleep System.
Exclusively available at Big Saving Zone, Southside, St. David's.
Bermuda's only Teppanyaki grill. Rediscover L'Oriental. Eat in or take out.
Looking for a challenge, new adventures, forge lifelong friendships, and earn an extra $5,000 to $6,000 a year?
Good stuff.
Be a part of a proud and honorable legacy of service. The Royal Bermuda Regiment is seeking volunteers. Let's go, guys! Call us at 238-1045 or visit bermudaregiment.bm. The Royal Bermuda Regiment, your regiment.
2 hurricanes have devastated large parts of the Caribbean. Now Bermuda has a chance to help out. On Thursday, October the 12th, Bermuda Broadcasting will host the West Indian Association's live telethon in aid of Caribbean hurricane relief, Give from the Heart. Live from 6 p.m. on ZFB TV 7 and Power 95 FM radio. It will include music, exclusive reports, and eyewitness accounts. Show your support on Thursday and give from the heart.
The Minister of Social Development and Sports, Zane De Silva, is appealing to community volunteers to be trained in performance coaching as well as the 8 keys of excellence in order to support one young person aged 14 to 17 for an 8-month period as their coach. During an intensive 6-day personal development residential course, the young people enrolled in the Mirrors program will define 3 goals for themselves. These young people will then work with their coach to keep themselves accountable for their choices, actions, and dreams. This This year, the program will have 35 young people signed up to transform their lives, but are still seeking 10 more committed partners to work one-on-one as a performance coach with our young people. The 6-day Mirrors Super Camp will give students an incredible opportunity to transform their lives. Over the course of the camp, students will explore their beliefs, behaviors, and attitudes, define what's important to them, why they learn the way they do, and how to make use of their knowledge to learn and live better. Now turning to sports, a young female footballer leads her team to victory. Nathan Trott and England under-20s win at home, and Vanessa James and Morgan Cypress are off to a good start in pairs ice skating. Earl Baisden has these stories and much more in tonight's sports.
Aaliyah Nolan scored this goal, which proved to be the winner for North Texas women's soccer program.
She's got Diaz and Peters in the middle. Here's Nolan around one defender. That one's going to bounce up in the air and into the back of the net. What a goal from Aaliyah Nolan. She was able to beat not one, not two, but 3 UTSA defenders.
As her North Texas women's soccer teammate secured its 23rd consecutive winning season with a 4-0 win over UT San Antonio at the Mean Green Soccer Complex. Nathan Trott and his England under-20 teammates made it 3 wins out of 4 this autumn when they cruised past Czech Republic at St. George Park earlier today. Trott, who was an unused substitute during the team's 5-1 victory in Italy last Thursday, started the game and recorded a shutout as his teammates found their shooting boots again in Burton and were more convincing than the scoreline suggests as they went 3 goals ahead within 36 minutes. They finished the match winning 4-0. Trott and his teammates will be back in action next month when they face Germany away from home on November 14th. Recently, we reported that Vanessa James and her skating partner, Morgan Cypress, were off to a flying start to the ice skating season, winning back-to-back events. This is how the pair described their most recent performance.
We're just as happy as yesterday, honestly, and even more proud because to stay concentrated and skate that way after the surprise of being second in the short program means that we're maturing, we have more experience, and we're ready to take on the big kids.
I think, yeah, we was really happy yesterday. That was a little bit hard for today because it was a wonderful moment yesterday. And today that was kind of same. We did our job. I think we are really proud of us, proud of our team, proud of the federation who helped us, and the audience was completely amazing today for us. And the
audience was
I just want to say thank you so much.
Gold Coast 2018 have welcomed Commonwealth Games associations as their Chef de Mission seminar officially began. Bermuda Chef de Mission, Katora Horton Parent Chief, along with other nations and territories are attending this seminar, which will see the CGAs receive key information from organizers in preparation for the Games. The 130 delegates received information on their team's arrival, departure, and insurance at the Games, which will run from April 4th through to the 14th next year. As we previously reported, Sussex all-rounder Dowry Rollins has been awarded an overseas placement in Sydney this winter as part of the English Cricket Board's 2017-18 international pathway. Rollins will play club cricket in the New South Wales Premier Competition as well as practice with the New South Wales state squad. During his time with the state squad, Rollins will receive specialist spin bowling coaching from former Australian leg spinner Stuart McGill. Rollins is one of 8 English players awarded an overseas placement this winter. Madeline Moore was selected to represent Devon County in the National County Swimming Championships at Ponds Forge, Sheffield. Moore swam the last leg in the first heat of the 16-17 female 200-meter medley relay. Moore's 50-meter freestyle split time was 25:59, helping them to finish first with a time of 1:55.78 in the 6x 50-meter freestyle mixed event. Moore swam the anchor leg and was third coming into the final leg, but off the turn moved into first place to bring Devon home for another exciting win in a time of 2:33.46. Devon moved up from Division 2 to Division 1 this year to achieve its best ever finish overall. Devon, with 435 points, finished in second place behind Yorkshire, who had 456 points. Devon also finished ahead of one of the favorites, Lancashire, who finished in third with 423 points. Maha Clark and her Queen's University of Charlotte field hockey teammates traveled to take on number 10 ranked Millersville University, falling 9-0. With the Bermuda Karting Club season well underway, today we take a look at the current leaders in each division. Now Bean is the current leader in the cadet class, with Jason North holding a 12-point lead in the tag senior class. Scott Barnes has a commanding 98-point lead in the L206 senior class, with Travis Lewis leading the L206 masters class. The current leader in the tag junior class is Ryan Burgess, while Ryan Lopes is the leader in the stock Honda shifter class. Shannon Casey is the current leader in the shifter modified class. Michael Honoré recently joined a growing 300 list of bowlers in Bermuda at the Warwick Lanes. Playing in the weekly Fishbowl League, Honoré executed 12 consecutive strikes to accomplish the perfect performance in the sport of bowling. Meanwhile, in Friesenbrook Maya Continental Bowling League action at the Warwick Lanes, it saw Bermuda Pest Control defeat the Underdogs 20.5 to 9.5. The Cubs defeated the Pinjammers 19-11, while the Spice Nicks defeated the Invaders 25.5 to 4.5. The Nifty Rollers defeated New Hope 21-9, and the Oddballs defeated the Quickie Licky Laundry 27-3. 28 runs crossed the plate in the latest Commercial League softball action at the Michael Priest Softball Diamond. In Game 1, the Mini-Me's defeated the Hard Knocks 9-3 before Chubb fell 12-4 to the Blue Wahoos. I'm Earl Baisden with Bermuda Broadcasting Sports.
Price Rate is your one-stop shop with something for everyone. Household goods for kitchen, bedroom, and bathroom. Aisles of bulk groceries at value prices. A complete selection of fresh meat and produce, and an extensive range of frozen items to cover every meal. Wines from around the world, and beer and liquor at discount prices. Visit Price Right at our 2 locations in Pembroke and Warren. There's always something new and always something for everyone.
I'm Charles Webb, inviting you to join me on Monday nights at 8 for Season 2 of Inside Bermuda Homes, starting October the 16th, a program showing how Bermuda lives. That's Monday nights at 8 on ZBM TV 9, October the 16th for Inside Bermuda Homes.
Two hurricanes have devastated large parts of the Caribbean. Now Bermuda has a chance to help out. On Thursday, October the 12th, Bermuda Broadcasting will host the West Indian Association's live telethon in aid of Caribbean hurricane relief, Give from the Heart. Live from 6 p.m. on ZFB TV 7 and Power 95 FM radio. It will include music, exclusive reports, and eyewitness accounts. Show your support on Thursday and give from the heart.
Bermuda's first outdoor skating rink will return to the East End this holiday season, and this time in support of the fight against chronic diabetes. The family-friendly St. George Skates, presented by the Planning Factory, will return to Summers Garden with a grand opening on November 18th. And this year, $5 of the admission price goes towards renovating the new Bermuda Diabetes Association hub in North Hamilton.
Our new diabetes center is going to house our pharmacy as well as our education and counseling center. It will be a place for people with or at risk of diabetes to come and get help. And it's such an honor to be part of the North Hamilton Economic Development Zone. We're at the hub. We're at the change place. This is going to be where it's at. Diabetes is an epidemic, and when we come to the reality of diabetes, it is global, it's local, and more than $50 million a year is spent on the devastating complications associated with diabetes. We need to turn this around, but we need everyone's cooperation to do that. And it's just fortunate that we have one person already who's stepping forward to say, let's work with you to make this happen.
In health news, how to treat your child's pain after surgery and how to lower the risk of relapse for kids with MS. Here are some of the day's top health stories from CBS News.
A fatty diet may increase the risk of a relapse for children with multiple sclerosis by more than 50%. That's according to a study in the British Medical Journal that found a diet rich in vegetables had the opposite effect. Scientists in New York City have discovered a chemical compound that causes cancer cells to self-destruct without harming healthy cells. In tests on mice, the treatment was successfully used against leukemia cells. And a new Canadian study recommends giving children ibuprofen for pain when they have minor orthopedic surgery.
And that's our newscast for tonight. I'm Diane Brewer. Thanks for sharing your Tuesday evening with us, everyone. We appreciate you. Good night.